Hi you guys, so today we're making a little library card holder, and inside of it, instead of putting like a library card, we're gonna go ahead, this is the pocket that we made, we're gonna go ahead and put this little, it looks like an envelope, and then it's on its side, it has an opening, and then I have a tag inside of that. I just thought it was really cute. I thought I would turn on the camera and show you how I made it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this to the side. And the first thing that I started out with is a piece of paper, a standard piece of paper. And I'm gonna go ahead and fold it. And I'm not being very precise about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and fold it about this much. This looks good to me. We'll trim it if we need to later. I'm gonna go ahead and get out my trimmer. And then this piece of paper is 11 inches. So I'm gonna do 5.5. to cut it down the center so I can make 2. And then the next step that I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm just going to fold. And this is like about, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch or so. I'm going to fold this side over as well. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be hidden, so. Okay, and then I'm going to open it up like this. And I'm going to fold this piece over just enough so that I can make it a little more sturdy. So now I'm going to go ahead and open this up like this. And I'm going to go ahead and trim this with my scissors. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this right here and this right here on the fold. And I'm going to stop at this fold right here. Just like that. So it looks like this. Now what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to go ahead and cut these at an angle, just like this, just like that. And then on this side, like that. And then I'm going to get my piece of paper to glue on. And I'm using this glue stick. This is one of my favorite glue sticks. I'm going to go ahead and first glue this across the top and then put that down. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and use my little punch. Now, you don't have to put a notch in it, but if you want to, you can. I'm going to go ahead and notch it, just like eyeball it, try to get it in the center. Just do a partial notch, just like that. And then if you're an inker, if you want to ink, go ahead and ink that little top area. And then what we're going to do is we're going to be sure and fold these over just like that. And then glue these sides. Okay, and then on my last one, I went ahead and trimmed it shorter because I liked it just a little bit above this. So this is a little bit too much for me. You could have measured that out to begin with, but I just thought I would trim it a little shorter afterwards. Okay, and then the next thing that I did was I went ahead and rounded the corners on this. And then you can ink it if you like. This is a nice standard size little pocket for any journal. You can make tons of these and just have them on hand. Super fun, super easy to make. So from this point on, you can just make a bunch of these. But we're going to go ahead and decorate it really quickly. And I'm going to show you what I did to decorate this one. So the first thing that I did to decorate it is I got out some lace. I had some like lace left over from another project like this. And I wanted to put it under my little cupcake right here that I had. And so I just took like a little snip of it. And then I have this stapler, this little Tim Holtz mini stapler. And I just kind of made it like a little ruffle. And I stapled it because we're going to be covering it up anyway. So it's okay. Unless, I mean, and really it's okay to have staples in your stuff too, but you won't even really see it. So I just kind of made it ruffly, just kind of like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue that down. And this, I'm using this art glitter glue, and you could use Fabri-Tac, you could use whatever you like. And then I have this book. I wanted to show it to you. It's a collage soup book, and you can get it anywhere. You can get it from their website, which is this, or collagesoup.com, or you could get it on Amazon or at a bookstore maybe. And inside of it, I found the page, but here's the page with the muffins on it. But basically it's all just stuff you can cut out and use in your journals. You can use it, you know, for any kind of collage. It's really cool. There's a whole bunch of these books that are collage soup books, and they're all these different ones. I'll be showing you a few of the new ones that I just got recently. And so the next thing we're going to do is put our muffin on there. And I picked out 2 other muffins. So I'm going to go ahead. I like this little muffin, I think. I do have this muffin too. Well, that one's cute. Maybe we'll use this one because it's bigger. So I'm going to go ahead and just glue it with my stick glue. And then glue it right on top here. Just like that. Cute. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the inside pocket right here. The little envelope thing. So I'm going to set this to the side. And then I have just a little scrap piece of paper, and it's really up to you what size you want to make it. This particular piece of paper, let's just check it out, is 8 inches by 4 3/4 or so. And what I want to do is I want to just make it into a little false envelope looking thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do this. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold over these 2 sides, just like that. And like this. And then I fold it over just a little bit on the top here, like that. And then I'm going to go ahead and glue it. Get back out my little glue piece of paper. And I'm going to glue this piece, this top piece, and this piece. Then I'm going to go ahead and put some glue across the whole top of this. And I'm going to fold it over. And then I noticed that this side is just off slightly. I'm going to trim it, just trim it up just a little. Okay. And what I did on the other one is I went ahead and took my art glitter glue and just glued a little tiny thin line of glue across the bottom, just so I could close it. All right, and then I have my little tag here. I'm going to go ahead and ink around my tag. And this tag is going to go inside of this little envelope. I'm going to decorate it just slightly. I have this just little piece of trim left over, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it through the top of my tag. Just like that. Cute. And then I'm going to pick out a Tim Holtz. They're called paper dolls. Just going to go ahead and pick one out. Then I'm going to go ahead and glue them on there. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and put them in my pocket. And then put them inside of my library card holder. Oh my gosh, so cute, you guys. You guys totally have to make one. They're so fun, so cute to make. You can stick these in a pocket, or you can clip them inside of your journal, or you can go ahead and glue them inside of your journal. You can glue 2 sides of them and have a tuck spot behind it. You can do lots of things to put them in your journal. So they're super fun, super cute, really quick to make. All right, you guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.